Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Louise Root.
And Addie Edwards.
Tonight, we are going to look back at what has been going on in the world over the last 2 weeks.
Our lead story for tonight is about a woman from Ohio who unknowingly married her father.
Oh my.
We will now go to Mclean to hear the story.
10 days ago, news broke that a 60-year-old Ohio resident had married her father without knowing it. She had been grappling with the truth ever since she realized that her biological father that died was also her husband. She had been raised by her grandparents, and her uncle told her the family secret. Since the DNA confirmation in 2004, she has had 2 strokes and was diagnosed with diabetes. Spruce has struggled with the reality, but it has been even harder for her to tell her 3 children and 8 grandchildren. Spruce's mother bore her when she was only 15, and Spruce said that after her father/husband's death, quote, "My mother showed me lots of love. All said and done, I have no regrets in my life at all," end quote. This is CNN's most read and popular story over the last 30 days, and is sure an interesting one. Back to you, Louise.
Thanks, Mclean. One of our next top stories is Obama urging the UN to confront Iran and trying to keep peace in the Middle East.
Last Tuesday, September 26, President Obama met with the United Nations in New York and promised that the United States will do what we must to prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. He also said that we respect the right of nations to access peaceful nuclear power, but one of the purposes of the United Nations is to see that we harness that power for the peace. According to the excerpts sent from the White House, President Obama also said, "Make no mistake, a nuclear-armed Iran is not a challenge that can be contained. It would threaten the elimination of Israel, the security of the Gulf nations, and the stability of the global economy." The Washington Post's Joe Warwick explained the Iran record offers unique insights into Obama's use of power in dealing with an intractable foreign policy challenge that threatens to dominate the agenda of whoever occupies the White House in 2013. Also, according to Joe, Mitt has pounded the White House for failing to halt Iran's march to a nuclear weapon capability and accused the president of abandoning Israel.
Wow, that sure seems like a lot of tension and something that would really dominate this election. In our next story, Mclean is going to go a little further out and tell us about some of the recent Mars rover discoveries. But first, a short commercial break.
Are you sick and tired of always dropping your phone? Do you constantly have to deal with having a cracked screen? Well, those days are over. Introducing the new Apple product, iSticky, which is sticky tape to keep your phone in place. All you do is place a small piece of tape, like this, in the palm of your hand, and voila! Your phone is safe and secure. Buy iSticky, only $9.95 at your local Apple store.
According to CNN, 5 days ago, the now famous rover that landed on Mars has come across conglomerate rock, and these rocks suggest that water may have flowed over them before. The shape of these rocks found suggests that heavy flow eroded this rock to make them the shape that they have become. Scientists believe that this water was most likely ankle deep and that this would have been anywhere from thousands to millions of years ago. The ongoing mystery of whether life could have been supported goes on. However, these rover findings may help us find another clue to the puzzle. Now to Addie with the latest tech news.
This week, if you are one of the 35 million Filipino Facebook and other social media users, you may want to reconsider before you like your friends' photos. According to the new Cybercrime Prevention Act, you can go to jail for theft, hacking, spamming, pornography, and even social media in the Philippines. So according to this article, you could spend up to 12 years in prison for a retweet in the Philippines. There has been quite an outrage among the public, and many lawmakers are petitioning the new law. But as of right now, there is no sign that the government intends to start the repeal.
Wow, I'm sure glad I live in the U.S. at a time like this.
That's for sure. Now time for the Gosling Watch.
Ryan Gosling has been spotted at an all-time high of 10 times this week in Austin by local Austinites. Keep your eyes peeled because he's out there and looking better than ever.
Now our sports segment with MC.
The Texas Longhorns face their toughest test this week versus West Virginia, and all hands are wanted on deck to try to pull out the win. Unfortunately, Malcolm Brown, Texas starting running back, will not be able to participate in the game due to an ankle injury. Brown, a 6-foot sophomore, left after the first quarter of the Longhorns' 41-36 win over the Cowboys. He won't play this week, but if we win this weekend, we will need him for the national title push. Hook 'em horns, and back to you, Louise, for some great Austin news.
Thanks, MC. Austin Bergstrom International Airport Terminal would get a $45 million expansion and $144 million second parking group garage under contracts which are set to come before the City Council in the coming weeks. The proposed expansion involves adding another security checkpoint with 8 passenger lanes, airline ticketing space, more room for restaurants, and the capacity of adding many larger international flights. The proposed expansion would be complete by 2015. This would really put Austin on the map.
Yeah, it really would. Thanks for watching. And now if you've been in a coma for the last 2 weeks, you know what has happened.